But I was watching, there's a streamer here on the platform called Dusk the Viking, who I primarily got into because of Phasmophobia and eventually Ghost Hunter's core, but then he stopped playing them because they got too easy for him. He also plays, you know, Viking-themed games because that's his shtick, is that he's a Viking character. So much so that I think he legally changed his name to Dusk. I have no idea. I might just be talking out of my ass on that one. I don't... Like, I'm not... He seems like a legit nice dude. But, like...
You don't scare me.
At that point, you're not dealing with a person one-on-one. You're dealing with a person plus their community. And so you feel... like, immediately you feel like you're one outside of the group if you try to, like, engage. Because, like, you may not necessarily... like all the members of the community, or you don't have the same sense of humor, whatever it might be. But
so don't pick any more fights.
To get back to the point that I was trying to make there, I followed him on YouTube. The way that I found this person, Dusk, was my friends got me into Phasmophobia. It wasn't because I just found it. Like, friends told me about it. They said, oh, you gotta try this new game. It's, like, really cool. It's really spooky, and, you know, we like spooky stuff, so... I did. I played it for the first time, and it was, like, really scary to me, because, like, as a Chicano / Latino, whatever, you know, umbrella you want to put on it, our culture is, like, very superstitious, like, with ghosts and shit like that, so, like, I don't know, it affects me differently from a cultural standpoint. Like, it's still spooky to me, no matter how much, like, no matter how much I play the game, like, it's still spooky to me, it creeps me out, just because of my heritage. So when we started playing the game, I'm like, does anybody play this game solo? Like, I was thinking to myself, like, does anybody play solo? Like, I wonder. And, like, at the time, the hardest map was the Asylum. There would, you know, before they figured the game out to the point where it became just a numbers game. And so that's how I found Dusk, was like, I'm like, does anybody play this game solo? So I looked him up on YouTube, and there he was. He did, like, a solo Asylum run. Oh, wow. And so that's how I was introduced to his content, and then I started watching him on Twitch. Now, not so much, because, like, I'm not into... Like, I don't care about tribes or Midgard. I don't care about a lot of... I was mainly there for the bad stuff, because that was interesting for me to watch. Nice curing smash! Come on,
hey, you see what I did there?
Oh, I see. She wanted to immediately cast again because she has spell on. I should take that off of her.
The sign of victory.
That way she doesn't double cast healing spells and waste mana. But yeah, I found him like that, and then he started his side channel talking about how to be successful as a content creator. And there are some things, like I said, that he mentioned that are true, and you just kind of have to accept the fact that the market is so flooded now with streamers that the odds of you succeeding and making this full-time are slim. Really slim. And that's the hard, like, you know... I'm somebody who likes to defy the odds, so I'm gonna keep trying no matter how long it fucking takes. But at the same time, it's like, yeah, you kind of have to accept that, like, you know, that's true. That the market is so full of streamers that actually getting to the point where you can do this as a career is... Let's do mental up.
Hey, Estelle.
She has not been doing most of the cooking. We haven't cooked a recipe in weeks.
Do we have to take them all out?
This is fun.
But it's like you watch it, and like I asked questions. One, because I was genuinely interested in what his opinion was. But two, because like, you know, I know how it is on YouTube. Like, you want people to comment, you want people to like the video so that you can get
Amazing, Carol.
traction.
That bag's just amazing.
My bag?
He's 12. Come on, man. Help the kid out with his self-esteem. He's on Reddit right now whining about not having friends. Anyway. So I watched the video and it's like, you know, I'm like... The way I phrased it was bad because it's like, I like JRPGs. We're playing through JRPGs right now, but that's because I just feel like playing through the Tales of series to have it up on my channel and to have it up on the Twitch channel as an archive of us doing it. I love the series in general. I play more than JRPGs. I play lots of different types of games. That just happens to be what we're playing through at the moment. Like I'm a variety streamer.
Was that a little too painful?
I like retro games. I really love Zelda. I'd love to play Zelda on the channel, but like... it's a pain in the ass to stream console games. Like that's really my
There's no
be all
challenge
and
at
all
all.
that is
I
like
guess I'll go easy on them.
I don't have a setup that like is conducive to
Was that a little too painful?
a comfortable console gaming setup. Like I have my TV right here. I'd have to be constantly looking in this direction or else I'd get a pain in my neck if I tried to keep my face firmly facing the camera. Excuse me, sorry. And that's really it. Like streaming console games is a pain in the ass. Like I don't have like a super fancy setup to where I could do that like no problem. Like, and I'm not super knowledgeable of how to like get the image to come through my monitor. I'm pretty sure I'd need like something special for that. And it's a whole like, you know, investment, like not only knowledge wise but also like money wise. I would need to invest funds into getting the shit that I need.
Hey, you see what I did there? Ow!
Come to me.
And it's like I have money, but like I worry that like, you know, I don't really want to invest. Like I should invest and I want to invest, but at the same time like it's a gamble and I'm not a fan of gambling. Like there's no guarantee that me investing funds into the stream will immediately pay off. It might never pay off, and that means that I've just invested money into something that was a complete loss, so it was a complete wash. So that's what my fear is. And so it's like, you know, I could invest into seeing what it requires to get everything I want out of the stream, but the odds of success are just against me. And so, you know, going back to talking about odds of success and being a successful content creator, I watched this video, I asked the questions, it's like, should I, you know, like I like playing JRPGs and like single player story driven experiences. That was the main part, is like single player story driven experiences. I don't do a lot of multiplayer stuff. I've tried, but my friends have
Don't hurt us now.
proved to me time and time again that they're not interested in doing content creation as an avenue for success, as an avenue for job security. Because it's like it's pulling teeth to get them to do anything. Or they're non-committal. Like, oh, I don't know, maybe we'll see what happens in October. Like Back 4 Blood's coming out, for example. And I'll get back to my other point. Like Back 4 Blood is coming out in October, right? One of the things that we love playing together, even still to this day, is Left 4 Dead 2. So I'm like, we're streaming Back 4 Blood, right? Ooh, a new spell, finally. Well, I want to get Rain up to 200 uses because we get a special. It changes slightly after 200 uses. But Back 4 Blood's coming out. I'm like, yo, we're gonna stream this, right? And it's like the immediate answer is like, well, I don't know. We'll see what October looks like. And it's like, okay. It's like I ain't seen the drive from either of them to like really try and make this fucking successful, and it's like so infuriating at times. It's like, why do I even
Are
bother?
they all together? One at a time.
Like, having
One at a
friends
time.
play with you is fun. Like, what I wanted to do was like make my own, you know, like Game Grump situation where you're just buddies hanging out, shooting the shit, and playing games together. But like, they couldn't even give me that much. You know, it's like, oh well, I want to work as an insurance salesman. I don't know. I'm just gonna be too bitter and upset about it. The other one's like me, the dude who failed to launch, and like he gets all of his money by like taking care of his parents. So, you know, and also he's friends with
So don't pick any more fights.
toxic people who are like sugar daddies to him because they buy him games all the time, and so he plays games with them because they buy his friendship pretty much, which, whatever. That's what you need, that's fine. Like, my friend's a nice dude, but like,
Leave it to me.
you shouldn't buy your friendship from anybody. Like, I don't know how to, like, there are some people like, yeah, you're socially awkward, I get it, or maybe you're not good at expressing yourself in a non-toxic way, and so you feel like in order to make up for the fact that you're toxic, you need to feel, you know, you feel obliged to buy people games just so that they'll play with you and ignore your toxicity. Like, that's what I feel like that whole friendship situation is over there. But it's whatever. It's his life. He can do what he wants with it. But I was talking about, you know, the fact that I play all kinds of different games. And I went to this content creator desk to see, like, what are some things that I could do to improve. And it's like, I don't know. Those things are like, be super high energy and do this, but like, you know, his offline persona, like who he is whenever he's recording videos offline and off of Twitch is what I mean. Like, not on Twitch. On Twitch, he's super, like, you know, he's super active and he talks to, you know, the chat. Like, if people were in chat, I'd be talking to them, but, you know, c'est la vie. That's how it is when you're a relatively unknown creator. But like off stream, it's still that dry referential humor from the 90s. Like, we're very alike in that regard. The only difference is that he looks like a Viking because he grows his beard out to look like a Viking. Like, that's his shtick. So it's like, you know, that was his advice, is like, find your shtick and stick to it. And it's like, well, what is my shtick? I'm gonna, you know, I'm probably gonna have to change my Twitch handle again, because Matt-tastic is, people, when they see it, they don't immediately know how to pronounce it, which is fair. It's spelled goofy and different and weird because I was trying to be goofy, different, and weird to be recognizable, but obviously, if it's not recognizable, then I have a problem. Where do these drop from? Obviously not from anything we've been fighting. Well, I'm gonna have to keep that on the back burner. And, you know, so you think to yourself, like, well, what is my shtick? What can I do to make me stand out? And it's like, I don't want to be known for being a character. And maybe that's my pride, is that, like, I already am a character without putting something else on top of me to have the visual match up with what I already know I am, if that makes any sense. It's like, you know, maybe you could be a VTuber if you love JRPG so much, and it's like, I don't want to be a VTuber. Like, I'm basically following the old school way of content creation, which is like, you put on a camera, you get in front of it, and you do the thing. But that's not what people want anymore. People want meme content where you just reference other shit And also maybe there's a game involved somewhere. And that's about it. Like, that's what constitutes a Let's Play these days, is like, oh, how can I take this game and then make it unrecognizable and then make the game itself into a meme, because that's all people want. That's what, you know, it especially sucks because my style of Let's Play was popular 10 years ago. And it's not popular now. That's just the fucking truth. It's trends change, people change, what people like changes. And being able to keep up with the trend is what gets you success. And it's like, I'm not a trend follower, I'm a trend setter. So me, I don't know, that was a secondary question that I had.
So even the Union can't sit still when it knows a princess of the Empire is out on the loose.
That was the second question I had.
Then the Dawn knows that I...
Candidate for the throne.
So you're here to... Really?
Kinda creepy, really? What kind is it just
Anyway,
me?
here I find it hasn't been easy.
But
I'm looking for an
It's only
apatheia.
natural.
Each side is trying to feel the other out.
So, you're all planning on... Yes. Do you know what sort of... Well, it's hot. That's putting it...
Then blah
Our
blah
plan is-
blah. Plan to
and
go
then-
to Pharaoh,
then I guess-
figure out why
I
he
don't
called
even
me
know.
and
So
said
it's
poison.
not,
It'd be easier.
Raven is looking for an
Why
apatheia,
is
which he
that?
doesn't know what that
I
even
gotta go
is
to have
yet.
to deliver.
Whoa! That's the boss. Technically...
Yeah, it seems to be an official letter,
you
I
know
can
what's
tell.
In particular, the Don thing.
Looks like a
Right.
Blah blah blah.
So if you
So
don't-
we're going across the sea
fine.
to the
Got it.
desert to
It's
talk to
not
the
like-
bird that
Why
wanted to
can't
kill
you-
us. That's
it's a
what
ga-
we've been doing. Oh god, I hate this. Oh my god. Yes, we have to talk to Carol so we can talk about building the
What's the
guild.
matter?
What's the matter,
boss is-
Carol?
Just call... It makes me feel...
Makes me feel uncomfortable. I've not done stuff to... Yeah. Character development, I get it. I've already seen these characters be developed, so it's nothing new for me. But yeah, going back to what I was saying, like... I don't know. I don't want to be a VTuber. I don't want to be a gimmick. I just want to be me. And that's that. But, you know, for some people, it's not enough just to be themselves. It's like, let me be an exaggerated version of myself. Or, ooh, I love... For example, I love Viking culture so much that I'm just going to be a Viking, and it's like, well, I don't love JRPGs
really
so
plan on-
much
Yeah, I guess.
Didn't that thing...
that I want to be a JRPG character. Like, I'm not so obsessed with one thing that I could do that one thing forever. I like variety too much. I get, are you coming on to me? I get, bored. I mean, you know, if a game is good, I'll do a playthrough of it every like couple of years or like once a year. Like for Divinity, for example, like I want to do another playthrough of that. I'm trying to do a physical playthrough right now, but that shit is so mind-numbingly boring. I finished my first ever 4-man run of Divinity because I had preferred playing as a solo character because I don't like managing
I
gear
said that I will deal
on 4
with it,
different
but I let
characters.
Cumore escape that. I don't know how. I know.
That
I know.
Cumore, he got away from me again.
Yeah,
Yeah,
like
yeah.
men of his. I'll have.
Character development, got it. I'm pretty sure on my previous stream of this, I played a lot of this dialogue, but like I'm saying, it's I need action. And sitting around listening to these characters, like I already know the basic story, so not even basic story. I know what's happening and what goes
I'm
on
just
and why the
important
things are going
whenever
on.
something or someone can really lose...
Yep, that's.
That's
I
about
came to
right. I
until
mean, I
now.
barely know
It
you.
could be
but
if you were imp.
Yeah, I kind of...
Oh yeah.
I've been able to... I still... There is
blah blah
still so...
blah.
And Pharaoh's.
It scares... I have to...
It
I
sounds
have
like
to know why I'm a poison.
I might end up... Next time I do...
Sure, though there's another.
Even though you barely asked us to do anything. It was very unladylike of me to try to tell you what to do. You should be telling me what to do because I'm a lady. Yes, very Japanese. But yeah, I don't know. Like, it sucks. Because yeah, that's the truth of it is. If his numbers are right, and 95% of people who try to get into the content creation business fail, then the odds are heavily stacked against me. I have a 1 in 20. Like 1 out of every 20 content creators makes it, so the odds are not in my favor. According to those statistics, if they're to be
You ain't happy?
believed.
Well, I'm not exactly jumping.
You're too
I don't want to
Steve.
go to the
That was only
desert
because
you
or
still
whatever.
I'm not about to make saying that I'd rather not have your company on.
Don't worry, don't. I behaved myself at Cave mocking gas for us, didn't I?
Yeah, that sure would be.
What should worry you?
What the fuck are you talking about?
The Don ordered me to keep an eye.
Sounds like a tough.
That sure would be
wonder if I
nice if you
I can
behaved
see-
yourself. Like, what in the hell?
Well, it's really.
What do you
Like, this
mean?
dialogue
Anyway,
is just so horribly written. Like, none of this was spoken. It was all read, stuff that you had to read, so now that it's spoken and some of it is just like weirdly translated. We talked to everybody, we talked to the kid, we talked to the dog. Judith is around here somewhere. Again, I'm skipping this because I've done it so much. Like, I appreciate the fact that there is
Oh.
character development,
Are
because
you going to look for that Cumore guy by any chance?
Nah, just going on a walk.
why would you ask
Just
that
out
question?
for a walk like you.
What you said to Estelle earlier hasn't been gnawing at you, has it?
What I said earlier.
Didn't you say some pretty harsh things?
Oh, right.
What? You didn't.
You were going to tell her the same thing.
What? You don't have to apologize for.
All right.
So weren't you going off to look for Cumore after feeling bad?
No, I wasn't.
Why? Why
You
are
don't
people
believe-
so insistent
for-
about looking for
No.
Q
Oh,
more?
whatever.
What about you?
I told you already.
I was going for a walk. I don't know what the fuck. I mean, I know why they would want to look for Q more, but like I feel like they barely talked about him at all because he doesn't really do anything in terms of the story. He's a do-nothing character that's just funny because he's quote-unquote effeminate. I mean, in the story, he's a corrupt douchebag who enslaves people to build a town for him, and he's trying to become captain of the knights.